A lot of people are looking to fill the Senate seat being vacated by Joe Lieberman, and Fox Connecticut's Lori Perez joins us with one such person, Congressman Chris Murphy. Lori?
Thanks, Logan. The 2012 election is almost 2 full years away, but already candidates, as you mentioned, are lining up to run. Congressman Murphy, you're one of them. I think you're getting in this early indicates certainly how much time it's going to take, frankly, to raise money and also to get out and meet all the constituents, see what it is that they're looking for in a U.S. senator. Talk about how you're going to balance, a very aggressive campaign with your obligations as a U.S. congressman.
Sure. I mean, even though I'm announcing now this doesn't become a full-time campaign until next fall, the reality is that the size and scope and cost of a modern Senate campaign means that you have to start early. But my first, second, and third priority is still doing this job, representing the people of the 5th District. I love it. There are still incredibly important fights in Washington that I've been a part of, whether it's protecting a health care reform bill that's important to thousands of residents here in Connecticut, whether it's the work that I've done on the Made in America agenda to try to make sure that we preserve and grow manufacturing here in this state. The Senate campaign is still next November, no matter how early candidates may be declaring, and my priority really is continuing to do this job.
And why then do you want to be a U.S. Senator?
Well, I really look to see where my voice can be strongest for the issues that I care about. The Senate is really a broken place right now, Lori. It's a barrier to positive change, whether it was the difficulty in passing health care reform there or the inability of that body to tackle energy reform, making this country energy independent. I think the next great issue for this Congress to tackle. We need some new, young, fresh voices in the United States Senate who will break the gridlock there. And so for the things that I care about, listen, I can be effective in the House, but I think I can be more effective for the people of the state of Connecticut in the Senate.
I mean, you talk about the Senate needing new, fresh voices, but on the other hand, it's not often that, a state loses 2 political giants. I mean, people with decades of seniority and decades of building relationships, which everyone says gets things done in Washington, in both Senator Dodd and soon Senator Lieberman. How can you replace that, or how can you make up for that?
Well, I don't think you can immediately replace them. Those shoes are very big to fill, and whatever differences I had with Senator Lieberman, he did do a lot of good things for this state. But frankly, I've always been the youngest and newest member in whatever body I've been in, and I think everyone will say that I've been effective because what I lack in experience and seniority, I make up with persistence. And there's nobody that works harder at this job than I do, and that will be the approach that I'll take in the Senate, and it'll certainly be the approach I'll take to this campaign. Although you have to get in this early to raise money, this campaign for me will be the same door-knocking, grassroots-based campaign that helped me win this seat in 2006 and has really been the only way that I know how to run campaigns.
You talked about your continuing work in the Senate, and the Republicans last week voted to repeal the health care bill. So are we back to square one? What are we going to do now, or what happens now?
Well, the Senate still is not going to take up the House repeal vote, and even if it did, the president obviously would veto it. I think what you've seen in polls is interesting. You have seen a real embracing of the health care reform bill as people see the benefit to them, as seniors start to go to the drugstore and get half off their drugs in the donut hole, when families are able to put their younger adult children onto their health care insurance plans. And then as the next few years roll out, millions of people who have no health care insurance will be able to afford it. You're seeing people really understand the true benefits of this bill. And when the repeal bill was before the House of Representatives, we had twice as many people call our office asking me to vote against it than vote for it. And so I don't think the bill's going anywhere, the repeal in the Senate. But part of the reason I want to go there is to make sure that we have a bulwark to protect the change we've made in that body.
All right. He's Congressman Chris Murphy. You have a lot on your plate. We wish you good luck. He's running for U.S. Senate.
Thank you, Laura.
Logan?
Thank you guys. Appreciate that. We'll head right here on the Fox Connecticut.